Welcome back to another episode of English Cooking. I'm so excited. I can barely contain myself. If you're really excited or really emotional about something, you say, I can barely contain myself. Guys, I'm so excited for today's recipe. You're gonna love this. This is super special. Can you guess what it is? I probably put it in the title of this video. Probably gave away my surprise. Are you brimming with excitement? Brimming. If you're brimming, like the brim of a, what does the word brim mean? I think the brim of a glass, right? So if you've got a glass, the brim is like the top. The brim. If something's like brimming over, it means it's like it's overflowing. So if you say you're brimming with excitement, that means you're just like full of excitement. So guys, I can barely contain myself today because today we have something super special. Are you ready to hear it? Drum roll. I forgot what we're making. Root beer float. That's what we're making today, guys. You know, sometimes I got distracted with my drum roll. Sometimes before people say something exciting or before they reveal something big, they do a drum roll, right? Root beer float, my friends. That's what we're making today. All right, so we got our A&W root beer here. I'm so excited about this. And we got our, let me just see if I got the English side here. Real dairy premium ice cream. Vanilla ice cream. Right here in Canada, products have English and French. So look, this side is English. It says, whatever it says. Real premium ice cream and natural vanilla flavor. On this side, it's the French. Okay, so whatever it says. Let me know if you can read French. I cannot read French. I'll give it a shot. La vraie crème cream. It looks like cream, right? That E has a little weird thing over it, the first E. La vraie crème glacée hot de gamme. Vanilla naturel. Hey, I know the word naturel. That's almost the same, right? Vanilla naturel, guys. So, what is a float? Have you ever heard the word float before? A float. Well, the word float is a normal English word that means to like not sink in the water. So if you're swimming and you kind of get tired of swimming, well, then you can float on your back. It means you're just like lying there, floating. You're not sinking. Don't sink. Then you'll drown. Okay, that would be bad if you died. But if you're just like on your back, floating, let me know. Can you float? I'm not sure if I know how to float. I think a bit. Like if I take a big deep breath, but as soon as I start exhaling, then I start to sink. So I don't even know if I can float properly, but that's the normal meaning of the word float. But float has another meaning, and it's the name of a dessert. I don't know if I should call it a dessert or if it's like a drink. Is a float a drink or is it a dessert? It's kind of a mixture between a drink and a food. So guys, look at this. I got my frosted mug. So you need, well, to do Mark's root beer float, you need a big mug. Okay, this is my big mug here, and I put this mug in the freezer. So it's been in the freezer for, I don't know, 24 hours maybe, so it's frozen. Right now you can see it's starting to thaw, starting to melt there, but like, doesn't that look cool, a frosted mug? Just get a big glass mug and put it in the freezer, and it's frozen. Like my hands are cold, like touching the the mug, it's cold, but it's better if it's cold, all right? So we're just gonna, this is a really simple recipe. You only need two things. You need vanilla ice cream and some kind of pop. You know, the most common kind of float is a root beer float, but you can use other kinds of pop, like, you know, you could use Pepsi, Coke, you know, whatever else you want to use. Now, this kind of a drink in Canada is called pop, right? Pepsi, Fanta, those kind of drinks are pop. In the US, they call it soda. And you could also call it maybe like a soft drink or a fizzy drink. So there are different names for this, but here in Canada, we call it pop. So guys, let's, oh, see here it says root beer. See there, it says root beer. And then on this side, it says raconette. Raconette. So we're gonna make a raconette float. That's the French, I guess. So, hey, if you guys come to Canada or the US, this is not just a Canadian thing, this is I think it's mainly Canada and US. I don't know about countries like Australia. I've never been to Australia. I'm not sure about England or other countries. Let me know, in your country, do you guys drink floats? I'd be interested to know that. Let me know down in the comments if you have floats in your country. I think it's a very American and Canadian thing. Like the most common like restaurant, the most popular restaurant that offers floats are like A&W, okay? So if you come to Canada, go to A&W and order a root beer float. I don't know if I've ever actually had I think I've had a root beer float at A&W. I never go to A&W. I've maybe been there like once in 10 years or something. Yeah, so I don't know. But anyway, you can order root beer floats at A&W all the time. So go to, if it's in the summer, and then here's the thing, it's a great summer drink or a summer snack or a dessert, if you want to call it that. You know, on like a hot day, if you go get like, or you don't have to go to A&W, but if you just buy vanilla ice cream, some pop, whatever your favorite pop is, somehow root beer works really well. Root beer and vanilla, I think, it just makes the best float, okay? So you can just go to the store, get some vanilla ice cream, get some root beer, get yourself a nice mug like this, pop it in the freezer for a while to let it get nice and cold, and open up your... That's good. Okay. Get yourself an ice cream spoon. It's called a spoon or a scooper? Scooper. Ice cream scooper. Scoop. Do you know what a scoop is? The word scoop means like, you know, just one spoonful. Like look at this, okay? So this is a scoop of ice cream, right? So if you go to a restaurant, like some sort of an ice cream place, it'll give you the price for probably like 1 scoop or 2 scoops, maybe 3 scoops. How many scoops should we put in here? Let's put, that's 1 scoop. Well, let's just keep going. We'll see how far we get. And 2 scoops. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Let me know. I'd be interested to know what your favorite flavor, come on, what your favorite flavor of ice cream is. I think vanilla is the most popular flavor. Probably vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate are the most popular flavors. But there are other flavors that are really good, like maple walnut, cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough, tiger tail. Tiger tail is like a combination of orange and black licorice. That's great. I like all kinds of ice cream. I don't think I've ever had a kind of ice cream that I don't like. Yeah, I like all kinds. So, guys, let's go with three scoops, okay? Now we'll open up our bottle of root beer here. Open it up right here so you can hear the fizz. All right, so look at that, guys. There it is. Man, I love this. I love the smell of root beer. It smells so good. All right, so just gonna dump the root beer into the, oh, can you hear the fizz? Wow. That's gonna be so good. So see guys, it like foams up, right? It kind of reacts with the ice cream and it kind of foams up like this. I should get a spoon here. I'll grab my golden spoon and we'll give it a taste test. Oh man, this is so great. We'll take some of this foam. Here, I'll give you guys the first bit of foam, the first spoonful on a golden spoon. Man, I deserve a like for this. Smash a like if you would like to join me for a root beer float. Yeah, this would be awesome. Wish you guys could be enjoying this with me here in Calgary, Alberta. Now, it's not summer yet. It's about middle of March when I'm making this video. It's still kind of cool outside, but I think warmer weather's on the way. Usually it warms up, I don't know, we have some warm days usually in April, May, and then really June is when summer really hits. I mean, it can be cold right up until June. We usually get snow in May here in Calgary, Alberta. So now isn't maybe the best time to be making this, but I want to teach you this so that you'll be ready for summer. So if you're in Canada or you're coming to Canada, man, in the summer, you better get some ice cream, some root beer, make yourself a root beer float. So there it is, my friends. Oh, wow. That's so great. Look at that. You can see how it's separated. Right? If something separates, that means like, I mean, look at here. We got what is that on the bottom? That the root beer? And we've got the foam on the top. So I could say it has separated already, okay? And look how far down it's gone already. So it had its initial kind of reaction. Now it's way down there, but it's still a lot of foam here. Oh wow. That's so good, guys. That's so good. Let's add a little bit more root beer. All right, there's the dessert. Is that not an amazing dessert? I don't know who invented root beer floats, but man, they're my hero. Let me know, did you invent root beer floats? Let me know down in the comments. I'll give you a like for inventing such an amazing dessert. It's just so good. Now guys, when I bought this cutlery set, this gold, I think it was with this cutlery set, I'm not sure. I bought a cutlery set at one point in time, and it came with a bunch of these metal straws. Okay, so this is a straw, right? It can drink through it. Look at that. That's called a straw. Now, most straws are plastic, but I thought this was kind of cool. It comes with a metal straw. You can reuse it. It's very easy to wash. You just run some water through it. See if I can see you. Can you see me? I can see you. So isn't that cool? There's my metal straw. It tastes great with the straw. Man, that's awesome. I've never used a metal straw. Have you ever drunk anything out of a metal straw? Now, did you see I was just trying to choose the right verb there? Because I was thinking, is it drank or drunk? I asked you the question, have you ever drunk? A lot of people would say, have you ever drank, you know, a root beer float using a metal straw? But the correct verb is drunk. Not the kind of drunk where you're drunk on alcohol. Like if you drink a whole bunch of alcohol, you're going to get drunk. Have you ever been drunk? Let me know in the comments if you've ever been drunk. But so in English we have the verbs, like sometimes people say the first verb is like the present tense, like let's say drink, right? Drink would be the first verb. Drank is the simple past verb, right? That's like the second verb. And then the third verb would be drunk. Drink, drank, drunk. But if we're going to use drunk, that's when we use the verb have. Okay, so that's like in the perfect verb tenses. Then we use that verb drunk. So if you use the word have, you have to use that word drunk. Okay, because it's a perfect verb tense. So if I ask you, have you ever drunk a drink using a metal straw? I have to use drunk. It's kind of a strange word because it has another meaning, right? Which is to be kind of like drunk on alcohol. So I don't know. You know, in English, those are the irregular verbs, right? Like swim, swam, swum. I think it's swum, swum. That's such a weird word. So I could ask you, have you ever swum in? That sounds so weird. You know, sometimes we don't use these ones in English. Like, I'm pretty sure the past participle of swim is swum. Have you ever swum in the Pacific Ocean? I could ask you, have you ever swum in the Pacific Ocean? But I think a lot of people would say, have you ever swam in the Pacific Ocean? Because sometimes they're just weird, okay? I don't know. So just, I don't know, just so you have that in your mind, right? There's that third column of verbs. You know, like instead of went, it's gone, right? So the present would be I go, right? I go shopping once a week, right? I went shopping yesterday. That's simple past. Okay. I have gone shopping already today. Okay, you can't say I have went shopping. So if I say have you, then I have to say gone. Have you gone shopping today? Have you gone shopping? Or I could say have you been shopping, right? There's another weird verb, be. Be, was, or were. If it's plural, then it's were. If it's singular, then it's was. And then been is the third one, right? So I could ask you, have you been shopping, right? Now with was and were, let me just think, be. So I could say I was, because I'm singular, I'm just one person, right? I was, but you'd have to say they were, right? I was, they were, or like they have been. They have been. Yeah, they have been shopping. They were shopping yesterday. They were shopping when I saw them yesterday. Or they have been shopping, right? So you get these kind of weird verb. They confuse people. This kind of weird verb tense, that third verb, the past participles. Sometimes it's the same. All three are actually the same in some cases. Like, for example, the verb cut, right? Cut, cut, cut. So I could say I cut my hand, right? Like if I'm talking about the past, simple past, I cut my hand. Or if you're talking about something kind of in the present, like just a simple present, like verb, just like. Let me think of an example. I cut, you could say, he cuts the cheese all the time. All right, if you cut the cheese, that means you fart, you pass gas. All right, so have you ever cut the cheese before? Be honest. So to cut the cheese, right, you could say, oh man, did you cut the cheese? Whew, that was a juicy one. So anyway, guys, I'm talking too much. I should be enjoying my root beer float with my metal straw. What a drink. What a special day. Thank you guys for joining me for this special day. I really appreciate it. So let me know, guys, what if you could make your own float. Like, let's say let's say, okay, you tried a root beer float, you liked it. Now you want to try another kind of float. So what kind of float would you make? What kind of ice cream would you use? And what kind of pop would you use? Would you make some kind of crazy combination like, I don't know, maybe maple walnut ice cream with, kinds of pop are there? Grape Crush. Right here in Canada. I don't even know if they have Grape Crush anymore. Back when I was a kid, there were two really popular kinds of pop. One was Orange Crush, another was Grape Crush. Okay, so yeah, those are two. Orange Crush was kind of like Fanta. A lot of countries have Fanta. Grape Crush, it's probably less common, but that was a drink. I'm sure they still have grape pop. But let me know what combination you would like for your personal float. So let me know all that down in the comments. Guys, thank you so much for joining me again. I love you so much. Have an awesome day. If it's hot in your country, hey, go get some ice cream, get some pop, mix them together, super simple, and you'll have yourself a nice summer treat. So again, thank you so much. I love you guys as always, and well, that's it for me. Just gonna enjoy this float. So, have a great day, guys, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.